I did a video the other day called Fight Coronavirus with Gravity, and it was done in pencil and the lighting wasn't good, so I decided to redo it. I'm going to call this one Fight the Spread of Coronavirus with Gravity because the spread of this particular disease is the most dangerous part. And we're talking about COVID 19 that's caused by the SARS CoV 2 virus. And my message is that the coronavirus is heavier than air, and we can use this principle to stop the spread. I just have common sense conclusions based on minimal research. I'm open to arguments that might convince me I'm wrong or support my conclusion. I don't have exact density numbers, but I get a rough idea from spacing of atoms and molecules. Now, what you have here is this is your virus. There's about 1 million atoms, and its diameter is 125 nanometers. These are air molecules, and they're about 1 to 3 atoms a piece, and they're about 3.4 nanometers in diameter. That far apart. And their diameter is 0.3 nanometers. Now, this is my view of a aerosol water droplet that these tend to catch a ride on, because just the virus itself is too dense compared to the air for it to float in the air. Now, I was listening to an interview of Anthony Fauci the other day, and he said that the aerosol droplets are 5 microns in diameter that are transmitting these. And I think what is happening is that they know how much mass of water those droplets are, but I think that the droplets are actually a lot bigger so that they can be buoyant in the air. And this is why. The surface tension in the small water droplets must cause the core to have a low pressure so they can be buoyant in the air. So, updrafts could explain the droplets being suspended in the clouds, but not in fog. Because in fog, a lot of times the air is not moving. You definitely don't have an updraft because it's just sitting right close to the ground a lot of times. So you have, this is a blow up of the surface, and I think it's actually pretty thin. I believe these water molecules just want to create surfaces. The way that their charges are, they want to create that structure, and they don't want to be in a liquid, deep inside the liquid. They want to be on the surface. Now, whenever they stretch this water droplet until it creates a big enough pressure differential between the inside and the outside, then they'll collapse, and then they'll be forced to be inside the liquid. So anyway, the size that I found for water molecules is 0.27 nanometers in diameter, and they're spaced 0.31 nanometers apart, pretty close to the same. But anyway, we know that the droplets in fog don't seem to be rising or falling. They're pretty much the same density as the air. So if you add these heavy viruses, it's very likely that they're going to sink. Of course, if you have updrafts, if you have very much movement of the air with this large amount of surface area, it could easily be moved all around in the air. But you would expect a bigger concentration of them at lower levels. So, this is how I would use gravity to stop the coronavirus, the spread. You have a filter. Now, since you could have some viruses up here, you still want to filter them. But it stays dry and lasts long because you're only breathing in through this one. Breathe air in from a high place where the virus concentration is low due to gravity. Now you have some of this air is directed. You have a little restrictor right here so that some of it will come over here and go through the eyepiece. The clean, dry airstream keeps the eyepiece from fogging and keeps the eyes from being infected. You have these two one-way valves going into this mixer. The one-way valves must seal well with low spring pressure for easy breathing. Now your mouthpiece and your nose piece, you need to be able to remove the mouthpiece or the nose piece while breathing uncontaminated air through the other for cleaning after a cough or a sneeze. Also, you could eat or drink through the mouthpiece or with it removed. And your mouthpiece could also be, your mouth could be seen through a clear cover for improved communication, because people like to be able to see each other's facial expressions, and your mouth is part of that. All the masks that people wear to try to stop the coronavirus usually don't have a clear cover. So anyway, then you have the air you breathe out comes down here where it's filtered and or disinfected. That air comes out, and gravity mostly holds down any remaining viruses so they don't infect surfaces that people normally touch or get inhaled by others. And so this is just a conceptual diagram. We need to come up with a sleek design, like a three-dimensional, something that would be something that people would like to wear. You don't want all this be out in front of somebody's face. It would be on the side. Probably the filter incorporated into a hat or something. Anyway, this is an idea I had a couple days ago, and I'm presenting it as open source. If any parts of this are something that somebody else has a patent on, if you want to produce it, you may have to pay them royalties. But I kind of doubt there's going to be anything like that. So I hope you enjoyed. And if you have comments, please comment. And I guess that's it. Thank you.